The Invention of the Television by Samuel Scott. The invention of the television had a major impact on American culture. It created a new media for news broadcasts. It allowed stories and entertainment to be viewed through moving pictures, and it dramatically improved the movement of products and ideas. Although the invention of the television was gradual, with many small discoveries that contributed to its production, John Baird is generally credited with giving the first demonstration of a television in 1923.
Black and white picture. By pressing this button, which I now do, the cameras are transmitting a...
In 1928, the first black and white television broadcast was broadcasted, and the first color broadcast was in 1950. Early televisions costed around $300. The early television was a small box with a small screen, and many had wooden frames. One example of the television's impact on American culture is how it created a new media for news and changed the way Americans can stay updated. It made it possible for news to be broadcasted a lot faster and more efficiently. Now people could possess the ability to see events all around the world and not have to go anywhere.
Jacket will fit tightly around the hips, keeping that straight, sleek look that it should have. And very often you'll find a zipper hidden in the arm.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You'll excuse the fact that I'm out of breath, but about 10 or 15 minutes ago, a tragic press in Dallas. President Kennedy has been shot in Dallas, Texas.
In 1963, the news of President Kennedy's assassination was broadcast all over America. President Herbert Hoover once said, "Today we have in sense the transmission of sight for the first time in the world's history."
Today is another landmark, because television has made it possible for many of you to see me in your homes on Christmas Day. I very much hope that this new medium will make my Christmas message more personal and direct.
Catastrophes in the world. The spike 400 or 500 feet into the sky. It's a terrific crash, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke.
I deem this reply a full acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration, which specifies the unconditional surrender of Japan.
Another example of how television changed the world is the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War was given the title of the first war on television. Because the Vietnam War was always on television, it changed the way war was perceived by the world.
What's the objective and what are your men about to do?
Well, I've got two companies here that are just about to clear.
Because of television, governments can be held more accountable for their actions. Television also requires governments to be careful when revealing confidential information to the public. Another example of the impact television had on American culture is evident by examining the various forms of entertainment that resulted from the television.
This is the fourth department I've been in. I didn't do so well.
Jesse Boyles, an author in Delineator magazine of 1937, said, "When there is a knock at the door, we hear the knock, yet we do not see the visitor. But television is like seeing the visitors through the door."
10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, a rock, we're going to rock. Around the clock tonight.
Many characters became part of people's lives and shaped the way they thought and lived.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination.
Hey, Dad, a few minor adjustments.
When the television was invented, people could physically see performers and stories playing out before them in the comfort of their own homes. Some shows people enjoyed were I Love Lucy and Bonanza. People could watch all sorts of movies and stories, like comedies, game shows, westerns, cartoons, and even sports. The television allowed people to see all their favorite sports. This increased the popularity of the sports and turned sports into businesses. This relationship has been mutually beneficial as television has also grown as interest in different sports has increased. It didn't take much time for the mixture of sports, television, and politics to change the world's perspective about their previous judgments. This is evidenced by the Jesse Owens incident at the 1936 Olympics in Germany.
7 seconds. You've got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. Morrow up to Schultz. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
Since then, sports television has drastically influenced the political, social, and economic world.
The first night game in Michigan Stadium history. It's as good as it gets.
But how do sports and other programs make money from being on television? Commercials. Commercials have also significantly impacted the culture of America and the world.
Odds of LeBron James winning 7 championships, 1 in...
Come on, man.
Ever since the television has been invented, it dramatically improved the movement of products and ideas. Commercials help promote products in the eyes of the viewers and increase the chance of that product being bought. Would you feel comfortable eating fast food from a place that had a commercial like this?
Ronald! Hey, Ronald!
Here I am, kid. Hey, isn't watching TV fun?
Television brought advertisements to a new level. With their increased complexity also came increased influence on viewers. Do you recognize any of these advertisements?
Our story continues after these messages.
Charles Jenkins, one of the contributors to the invention of the television, broadcasted the first television commercial around 1930.
Confidence, dry and secure. Raise your hand, if you're sure.
In 1930, the British Broadcasting Corporation began regular broadcasting. With regular broadcasting came in regular commercials.
So kiss a little longer, stay close a little longer, hold tight a little longer with Big Red.
Television changed the way news was spread, entertainment was had, and products were advertised. It also changed the way ideas were spread. For example, politics changed due to television.
The Republican candidate, Vice President Richard M. Nixon, and the Democratic candidate, Senator John F. Kennedy.
In the first televised presidential debates, the Republican candidate chose not to wear makeup during the debate. The radio audience that only heard the debate picked the Republican candidate as the clear winner. However, the television audience chose the Democratic candidate as the clear winner because they thought that the Republican candidate's face made him look sick.
To see people who are unemployed. I know Senator Kennedy feels as deeply about these problems as I do.
Since then, all presidential debates have been televised and significantly influenced voter opinion.
No, I had a question, and the question was, how much did you cut them by?
You want me to answer
How much did you cut them by?
Television has influenced American culture from entertainment to politics, for better or for worse. How we are influenced is up to us.